I'm back. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and this is Planted. Listen, I have a lot of plants I need to pot up today. Like, I've had a 3-day weekend and it was so cute, it was so nice. I went away for a little bit, did like a little solo trip. But now I'm back home and I'm looking at my plants like, yeah, okay, you guys need love. I still have that other Monstera that I didn't have like the right size pots for that needs a pot. So I have a lot of plants that I need to pot up. And so today you guys are going to be here for that little journey. It's going to be interesting to show you some of the plants. I'm looking at one right now and it's really tall, really leggy. And I'm really nervous about showing off that plant because I know you guys are gonna be like, girl, if you don't chop that plant. But it's a varicosum and I'm terrified of propagating it because every time I propagate a varicosum, it just doesn't go well. But anyway, like I said, today we are just going to be potting up a bunch of plants. My last video, I did the same thing, but I lost some footage, unfortunately. So hopefully that does not happen today. And you guys can see how I repot my plants. And most of this will be like close-ups and some little clips here and there, like maybe some music and stuff like sped up. But I will be showing you guys how I pot up my plants today. So let's get started. Guys, I gotta put you on to something. It is called the Crazy Cakey Cloning Paste by Southside Plants. And when I tell you this is life-changing, it changes the game for all plants, you know I wouldn't lie to you. So what is Crazy Cakey Cloning Paste? It's a group of hormones that stimulates the plant, and what those hormones do is just reproduce that leaf. So say your plant lost some leaves and you're just like, dang, like I'm never gonna get that leaf back. This cloning paste can actually bring back that leaf. So the jar that I have is all like beat up, a little shattered, and definitely used. Okay, definitely, hold on. Definitely used because it works. This Crazy Cakey Cloning Paste is awesome. It comes with these little cotton swabs, Q-tips, whatever you want to call them, and you just dip them into this cloning paste and you put it on your plants to clone the plant. What? They not only make this Crazy Cakey Cloning Paste, but they have leaf shine, they have fertilizers, they do specialize a lot in orchids as well. So there's something for every kind of plant. I really, really love this company. When I first bought this, I bought this like a couple years ago and I used it on a pothos, I used it on a raindrop peperomia, and it worked. It literally worked. Like, I'm still shook to this day. So if you are interested in buying this Crazy Cakey Cloning Paste, I have a discount for you. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. The discount is 10% off of your entire purchase using my code PLANTED. And remember, PLANTED with a V. And it's all caps. So PLVNTED. And it is for 10% off your entire purchase. I'm telling you, go get you some of this. Go get you some, and don't say I didn't tell you. And when it works, remember who put you on. Okay? All right, let's get back to the regular programming. All right, so the first plants on my list, well, actually, before we start talking about what plants, I'm gonna show you exactly what I need. So I have my cutting mat. That's how you know I work with food. I said cutting mat. I have my plant mat here, and everything I use will be in the description box. Got these clear pots from Amazon, and they are very, very sturdy. And then they also have like drainage holes on the bottom. So they're really great for what I'm about to be doing. So very sturdy plant pots. So I have some in, I think 4-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch, and 10-inch. And I do have some bigger plants that I need to repot. Like I have these 2 birds of paradise that I had gotten that I need to repot. And I also have a gloriosum. So the two birds of paradise and the gloriosum were actually from a good friend of mine over at Minimal Waste Living. Go ahead and check her out. Thank you so, so much for the plants. I'm very, very appreciative. And I'm excited to like show you guys how I pot those up as well. But the two birds of paradise that she gave me, they are in need of a repot. So I have a lot of plants on the list today. I actually have, oh yeah, I gotta put that on there. I actually have a list here. And it has the varicosum, a ring of fire, the Prince of Orange, the Philodendron Pink Princess, spider plants, micans, Mexicanum, bird of paradise. The micans, I'm probably gonna do in a separate video because I do wanna make a video talking about how I take care of my micans. I did have a viewer who commented and asked me a little bit about how to take care of a mican, so I will give you some tips on that. But yes, like I said, today we're going to be repotting some of my freaking plants, so let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna get started with showing you guys my soil mixture before I do anything else. So for all of my plants, I'm gonna be doing the same mixture. It's just easier for me, and all of my plants tend to love this. I'm doing something a little bit more different than what you have seen. So first I'm gonna add in my soil, and I use Soil by Foxfarm. I'm going to be using some orchid bark or like an orchid potting mix, and it is from Black Gold, or well, it's by Sungrow Black Gold, and I love this brand a lot. And that's just gonna help with the chunkiness of it and also some moisture retention, which a lot of my plants really do appreciate. I tend to get tropical plants. And then I am going to use, you know it, my perlite. So I'm gonna put a good amount of perlite because I really do like aeration, and it helps with avoiding, or not avoiding, preventing soil compaction. So just gonna mix it up. If you're wondering what the ratio is, I would say it's like 1 part soil, 1 part orchid bark, and like half part, maybe 1 part perlite, because I actually am gonna put more perlite in this. I like it chunky, but I also like it very aerated. And like I said, everything will be listed in the Amazon storefront. Not yet. Will be listed in the description box below. So that's my mixture that you see here. Like I said, pretty chunky. Maybe for some other plants, I might add some more soil, but we shall see. Or more orchid bark, rather. So the first thing I like to do when I have a plant that I want to repot is check the root system and seeing how big the roots are, seeing what it needs. This plant I believe I got it at Lowe's. This was part of like my plant shopping haul. So when I take it out of this pot, the soil is extremely compacted, a lot of roots. Looks like it's starting to outgrow this size, which is a 4-inch. So I'm gonna take off, first of all, I'm gonna take off this fake decorative moss. I'm not gonna keep this nursery pot because I don't like these nursery pots. I usually do like the clear ones. I'm gonna take off this, I don't need this. And when I'm working with the plant, I like to like gently massage and break it up here. Some people will keep the same soil. I think if the soil is good, you can just keep the soil and just upsize the pot. But for me, I like to start with fresh soil and check to see if there's any, what are those things called? Oh goodness, not the root ball, but the mesh. So at some stores, you will see, which this actually has, focus please, it has that mesh. And what that does after a while is kind of like suffocate the plant, or at least that's what I've known it to do. So there's like this mesh around the roots. And that's really usually when they're starting the seedlings out or starting a cutting out to keep it contained and down to the same size. But it serves no purpose, especially as you're trying to get the plant to get bigger. I will say I've noticed that the water or like the soil, I'm struggling. I will say that I noticed that the soil will struggle to hold on to moisture, or moisture and air will struggle to get to the roots of the plant, especially like at the base like this, and will cause things like this, like compaction and just really dry roots. So this plant needed me to take all the soil out, like you see. So there's that mesh. Boy, okay, there we go. That's the mesh right there. So I'm just gonna pull that off. It just sucks because that soil actually could have been just fine, but I knew something was wrong. A lot of plants start out like that. So, and as you can see, this plant looks really sad because it's just like every time I would water it, it just wouldn't retain any more water, like, or wouldn't hold on to it. Now I kind of have an idea of why. So I'm gonna take this soil, throw it in here as best as I can, just to like kind of clean up the area. My hands get really messy in a situation like this. And now that I'm looking at the roots, I think that there's really good opportunity to develop stronger roots. So I'm going to put it back in a 4-inch pot just to give it a chance. Because if you really look at the roots, they're very strong, not strong, they're very like dry and like brittle. And I think they just need a new shot. And I just dropped the pot. Okay. Everybody's fine. All right, so let's get started with that. All right. So we're just gonna zoom in here. So I have my clear pot. Like I said, I have some drainage holes on the bottom. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take some soil, put it at the bottom like this. Maybe put a little bit more, not too much more. My bark. And then take the plant itself, gently place it here where I see fit. So like not too far down, about, I don't know how to say it, maybe halfway down. I don't like when my plant is sitting too high up. I like when it's like firmly in the container. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put the soil in here. And I'm not worried about the roots like on the sides and stuff like that, because with time, gravity will do its thing and push the roots down and help it get acclimated into this pot. So I think this Imperial Red is going to be very happy in its new home, its new healthy home, and I'm excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that there like this. And there you have it. And then I'm gonna water it and it's gonna look 10 times better. Perfect. All right, for the rest of the video, I will speed it up. So let's get into that. Okay, so I actually want to pause. So this Philodendron Prince of Orange, can we take a moment to look, if the camera would focus, look at these roots. I have never seen roots like this. That is so cool. And that, my friends, is how that looks. Let's get it in a pot. All right, guys, unfortunately, these are the last couple clips because I did lose my footage, but I kept on repotting until it started to get dark. So you'll see in the next clip that it got pretty dark and the lighting was pretty bad. But yeah, I lost my footage and I can't get it back. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you watching, and I cannot wait to bring you guys better and newer content this year. Thanks so much for watching. I feel like I'm gonna start, wait, hold on. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and I almost forgot my name. Okay, hold on, try that again.